guys. I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. I'm so grateful that you guys are listening and watching and taking notes. I had some of you say that you actually rewatch the videos over and over again and take notes. I am surprised and I'm so thankful that you guys are listening and actually getting a lot of these videos. In this one, I want to speak to you guys about how INFJs love and we love. I love. Okay, I'm going crazy. Love deep, probing questions, like really deep conversations. I don't know how much I love it. I seriously, more than anything on this planet, my best way to spend my time is to sit down with someone that I love, someone that I know is on the same level as me, that has the same level of intelligence and same level of looking at the world, same kind of self-awareness. I just want to sit down with them and have these deep conversations where I feel like I'm transported into a different dimension, where I am on a different realm with them, and we're just having this ethereal conversations that everyone around us is thinking that we're insane, but for me and her or him, we are on the same level, we're on the same page. We feel like we're like finishing each other's sentences almost. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this before, I've done a video on it as well. We hate small talk. I guess for me specifically, it's because I have a limited time on this planet. I have a limited time with people. Most of the time I'm spending on my own is all the time. I'm all the time on my own, right? But those few moments that I venture out into this world, like I'll peep out and be like, okay, you know what? I think I can go out. Those few moments are very few and far between, right? Very, very rare. And so when I go out, I don't want to talk about the freaking weather. I don't want to talk about reality TV show characters or Game of Thrones. It's a great show. But I don't want to talk about that stuff. Unless you're talking about, death or immortality or time and space continuum or, something like that. Something that I really find, oh my God. Or your dreams and hopes and desires, your doubts, your fears, your anxieties, all of that stuff. Like, I want to talk about that. I'm only venturing out for a few seconds out of my entire day and I'm spending time with you. I don't want to talk about the damn weather. The weather is there, I can see it, right? It's good, it's bad, whatever, blah. Done. That's not something I want to talk about. I want to talk about you, I want to talk about me, I want to talk about our hopes, I want to talk about our dreams, I want to talk about our life purpose. What are we doing on this planet? Are we doing the right thing? Are we not doing the right thing? What is everyone else on this planet doing? What do you think is going to happen in the future? What do you think happened in the past? Are we actually going through a holographic universe right now? Do you think this is actually all real or am I creating it right now? All that stuff. I want to talk about that stuff. That stuff gets me excited. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. We're talking about this, blah, blah, blah. So I get really excited about that stuff. I don't want to do small talk. And so that's why I'm obviously horrible at dating, because that is all small talk. You're sitting there, oh, so which university did you go to? And I'm thinking to myself, God kill me right now. Like, I can't do this, right? So that's why I stopped dating. I stopped doing Tinder dates. I stopped doing all that crap because it's so annoying. Unless I meet someone which is very rare, that instantaneously we go off into that realm where we're like having these amazing conversations. And I think to myself, oh my God, you're awesome. Can you marry me? Or will you marry me? Or will you be with me forever kind of thing. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but that's how it is for me. Now, I'm not saying that's rare. It is possible for us to have a lot of these conversations, but that means that we have to do a lot of culling. We have to do a lot of weeding. We have to do a lot of removing of garbage. Garbage is a harsh word, but we have to do a lot of culling. Basically, what I'm saying is that whenever you are hanging out with someone and they end up having the same kind of nonsensical small talk with you, stop hanging out with them. Now, perhaps there's someone that you can't really remove from your life, so don't hang out with them as often. Now, as INFJs, we only go out, we venture out in the world maybe once a week, once every month perhaps. I know some of you guys are major introverts. I am more of an extrovert than an introvert, really. I'm right in the middle there. So I hang out with people more often than you do, perhaps. So if you're going to only hang out with people maybe once a month, once every 2 months, once every 3 months, then you want to make sure that when you go out in the world, you have those amazing conversations. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then you're not going to venture out again next time, because you'll be like, well, what's the point? I'm just going to talk about Kim Kardashian anyways. Like, I could just read up on her on Google her at home, right? So what I do recommend is you do a lot of culling. I've done a lot of removing of people in the last few years. as soon as I realized like I don't want to have these stupid conversations anymore, I decided, okay, who am I having these stupid conversations with? And there were quite a few people in my life like that, because also we were afraid of being alone, so we have all these random people in our life. I started removing them on my own, like just saying I'm sorry, or just like not talking to them anymore, not doing the door slam necessarily, but just not messaging them anymore, right? And then the more I removed these people who were not at that level, all of a sudden I made room in my life for all these other individuals that were really awesome, and I was able to have these conversations with them, you know. But because I did not have space for those people before, because as INFJs we have a certain limit. In my head, it's like a tally we have of the number of friends we have, right? And if it gets over a certain number, I'm like, oh my god, these are too many people. I have too many friends. I'm so exhausted. There's too many people. We get antsy about. I get antsy at least about it. I'm like, oh my god, too many people. I need to remove some people from my life. I'm just getting overwhelmed by it. Even if they're not messaging me or anything, I just feel overwhelmed by the pulling energy. Even if they message me occasionally, I'm like, oh my god, too many people. And so I'm always culling people out. I'm always removing them because I get overwhelmed by too many friendships, right? So that's why we want to make sure that we have the kind of people that we want to hang out with. Because if we have those people in our life that are only doing small talk, then that's taking away from us, really, guys. It really is. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're going to die soon. Do you want to say that you spend a majority of your time talking about nonsense? No, I don't want to. At least if I die tomorrow, I want to know that today I had this amazing conversation with an amazing person that transported me into this amazing realm, and that's how I spend my time, not doing small talk. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that's why I recommend to you guys as well. It is going to be hard. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be really difficult because it's hard for us, once we are loyal to people, it's hard for us to let them go. But it's so important for us too, because a lot of these people who are doing small talk, they're doing small talk so they can transition the conversation over to talking about themselves. I am not even joking. A lot of it is just, oh, the weather is really great. Oh, this happened, that happened. And then they're like, oh my God, did you know that this happened to me? Basically, they're just there to talk about themselves. A lot of times, this is what I've noticed. But the people who want to have deep conversations with me, we don't moan to each other about our life. We don't disparage each other. We don't tell each other stories about other people. We don't gossip. We're not doing that. We're having deeper, higher conversations. We don't have time for all that stuff, right? Those are the kind of people I want in my life. Those are the kind of people that are going to enhance me. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. You know that. So what are the 5 people you're hanging out with? Because those are the people that are going to dictate your income. It's going to dictate how you live your life, what kind of neighborhood you live in, how rich you are, how happy you are. It dictates how positive you are. All of that. So it's really important to hang out with the right kind of people. Unfortunately, we end up having a lot of random people in our life because they know that we are givers, they know that we are INFJs, they know that we are healers, and they're in our life to take from us. They need to be removed as soon as possible. It does not matter who they are, what they are, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter how much they need you. Get rid of them right away because it is important for you and for them. If you're acting as a crutch for them, they're never going to grow. No, they're not. And so you're always going to be a crutch for them, and you don't want to play that role. It's not the role that you want to play. You want to be a healer, not a crutch. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, I hope that you understand what I'm trying to get at. Thank you so much again for listening. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know anytime. I'm always here to answer any questions. If you want me to expand on anything, or if you have suggestions for videos, message me anytime. I'm always open to anything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.